So now we move on to the exercises for this way of choosing love, which is basically choose pleasure. And we want to remember that we've all done this. We've all chosen pleasure on the level of our mind. We've all had experiences of that. So I want you to close your eyes and remember a time you were happy for no external reason. People around you were challenging, but you were at peace. So just take a moment and remember that in that situation, other people were maybe upset and frustrated, but you had this quiet center. You had chosen love. You had chosen an inner security, an inner centeredness that wasn't affected by what people were doing around you, that wasn't affected by the external situation. So as you remember that, just remember that you can do that in any situation. No matter how challenging it is, you don't need the situation to change to feel better. You just have to make the choice for pleasure in your mind, and you've got control over that choice that you can make at any time. So let's remember another time, a time when you were aligned with your true self at the start of the day, and everyone and everything reflected love back to you. So you may have started off the day with a meditation, with some sort of ritual, some sort of exercise that got you in connection to who you truly are. And when you were connected, you just noticed then that when you went and had breakfast with your family, or when you went to work, that the people and everything around you reflected love back to you, reflected your inner state of well-being, your inner connection to your true self was reflected in the faces of the people you met. It was reflected in what you looked upon. The people were probably still doing the same things at work, still making the same conversation at breakfast, but somehow you were seeing them differently. Somehow you had a different connection with them because you were aligned within yourself to who you truly are. You were aligned with love, and therefore your experience was loving no matter where you were. So in the second exercise, we're going to look at what would it be like to choose love. So this time we're going to select one reoccurring, challenging situation involving another person, where you consistently feel unhappy, worried, fearful, whatever other feeling comes up for you there, anxiety, sadness. So remember that challenging situation, remember those feelings. And now you may want to close your eyes, but now imagine, how would you feel in that situation if you chose love? What would be different? How would you feel? The person would still be the same, but you'd made a different choice within your mind. Instead of choosing pain, you were choosing pleasure. Instead of fear, you chose love. How would you feel in that situation, choosing love? Would you just feel comfortable and content and satisfied and at peace? And how would you experience the other person? Would you see them as challenging? Would you see them as annoying, upsetting? Would you see them as difficult? Or would you experience them in a different way? Would you experience them as who they truly are? Would you see their pain? Would you see what they're doing and where that came from? Would you see that they're acting in that way and behaving in that way because they made an inner choice for pain rather than pleasure? That they're acting in that way because of an inner choice for fear? And would you not have compassion and connect to them in a totally different way and have a totally different experience if you saw them in that way. And you're seeing them in that way only because you were able to make that inner choice for love in your mind, and therefore you experience the other person in a different way. You see them as to what is truly happening behind their behaviour. You see their choice for pain. So that completes the third way that we choose pleasure, and that is remembering our inner choice, that deep choice within our mind. Thank you.